Hey guys, what's going on? Lucky here. So I'm at the shop. It is middle of the week. This is very typical when I'm not at the studio shooting the Hotrod Garage. I'm generally at my shop. I'm definitely not a home body. I'm more a shop body. A lot of people have asked me how come they see the same stuff at my shop. It's pretty much because, it's a perfect example. This is C10 Central right now. It seems like this place is either full of Chevelles or C10s. I do have a Ford Falcon hood over there. I need to call my boy Roy Lyle. I've known that guy for 35 or more years, him and his missus. Either way, his hood blew off of his car, so we got a new one, and I got to do some welding to put it back on. I have a little history with hoods blowing off of Fords, just saying. The other vehicles, this is Andrew's 62. This is family owned. The gig is, if the car gets brought here, the project gets brought to my shop. All I can say is I'll work on it when I get the opportunity. I tell people it will take some time. That truck's been here about a year, but it came here in a box. There'll be a video on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Lucky's Garage Show, and it will explain a little bit more about that. And also, I think there are already a couple of videos I put up on there, Lucky's Garage Show, explaining the reason that thing has been around for so long. It came here in boxes and bags, and multicolors. So it's got a lot of work done to it, and it's gonna be a nice little driver. The guy's gonna love it, I'm sure. This was a new project. This guy waited well over a year just to get in here, and not all the stuff is here. There's stuff stacked over in that corner over there, all for this truck, changing the front grille and stuff. And there's a fuel tank right there, grill insert. He's getting rid of the rims and tires. We're going back to sort of a traditional build on this thing, and a little bit less, I don't know, whatever look that is. And the bed is over in the other unit, and it is full to the rim with all the stuff. And there's a full pallet full of brakes and everything. So, okay, he waited well over a year to drop it off. He just had it in his garage. And now we're going to take it all apart, do the complete chassis, suspension, and everything. But, that was, again, getting back to the subject of which I was speaking. So I book stuff here and just wait for opportunities to work on the stuff. I try to do most all the work myself, with the exception of stuff like paint and body. I don't do paint and body. I can guarantee you I won't be doing paint and body again. Unless I come up with a better program than taking a year to sand and paint a car. I get it, it's time consuming, but I don't know. It's not for me. There's people that, I'm a firm believer in find people to do something, pick one thing and just get as good at it as you can. Best painter I know is Vic Sapien, Slick we call him. He's painted pretty much all my vehicles for me. And it takes a little bit of time, but he is the best at it, so that I'm aware of. And best transmission people I know are Gearstar. That's all they do is transmission. So why deal with that? If it's a local transmission, I use Hero's transmissions in Gardena, California, HIRO. And because you take it there, you say, I got a transmission problem. Hey, guess what? That's all they do. Engine building, domestic motors, hot rod performance, and LS motors. There's a bunch of people doing LS stuff right now. Really haven't put my thumb on that one just yet, but so anyway, if you're building something, do what you know how to do. And I'm not telling you, but I'm just saying, I do what I know how to do, which is all the other stuff. Chassis, suspension, brakes, lines, plumbing, wiring, assembly. So that's what I do. The way my schedule works now is if I'm not at the studio filming, I'm working off camera. News break, you can't really build a truck or a car in 4 days. You just really can't do it. It's like overhauling. You can't really build a car in 7 days. You sure can put it all back together. But a lot of work has to be done off camera. I think, like on the show, we do all the good stuff on the show on camera, and then nobody wants to watch somebody running wires or figuring out electrical problems or running brake lines or putting oil or fluid in it. Nobody cares about any of that. That's all the no money stuff. So the good stuff, assemble the motor, build the motor mounts, fabricate exhaust if necessary, get the motor in, do a quick wiring job, put some fuel in it, turn it, wire and fire, make noise, hit the track. I mean, that's the formula for Hotrod Garage, I believe. With tech tips in between and sarcasm at all times. So either way, I've got a couple of projects over there right now. I've got, I just finished up 4 or 5 days off camera working on the bone marrow, getting it ready to go to the track. It went to the track, it ran amazing. After I got done doing everything I had to do, we sent it over to my friend Balto Performance, Balto's dyno, and Tuner Tom just met him over there. They just put it on the dyno. It was pretty straightforward. Make sure it had oil pressure. Make sure it had fuel pressure, fire it up, make a couple of passes, and then Tuner Tom comes in and does his magic, which is a lot more time consuming. And make sure it's running, hitting on all the holes, and has a decent bass tune in it. And then we did the fine tuning at the track. Did some problem solving there. I had some boost issues, but got it figured out. That darn boost management. Right now at the studio, I'm actually on my way over there. I have a project I'm doing for Hot Rod Magazine. I probably got about 3 days into it right now. I probably have about 3 or 4 more days all off camera. It's just for the magazine. Putting this car together, and then I believe I'm supposed to be finishing up the Grand Trashional, which is no longer the Grand Trashional. So that's probably going to be 3 or 4 days off camera, I think, to finish that thing up. But yeah, that's pretty much how much. Oh yeah, and right now I'm on my way over to Wagner's Tune, Dick Wagner's in beautiful Lawndale, California. They work on a lot of early domestic collectible cars, and some things I know how to do that they don't know how to do, or they don't have time for, and I just shoot over there, knock stuff out. So still working for a living, still going to some of the same shops I've been going to. I've probably been working for Wagner's for, I don't even know, 25 years. That seems about right. But for a long time. And yeah, so that's where I'm going now. I'm actually on my way to work while I'm on my way to work. So it's Wagner's first, and then to the studio, and then back here, and back to work on these projects right here. Anyway, I thought I would just take a couple of minutes and chit-chat, give you guys a hoedown of what I get into. I have noticed that, just kind of thumbing through a lot of my YouTube videos, that I didn't do a lot of talking in them, just some sarcasm and some work. And if I find it boring to watch, I can't see how anybody else would find it entertaining. So I do appreciate everybody who watches any of those videos. I'm gonna try to do a little more time, talking about what I'm doing. If you're interested. If not, that's fine too. Send me an email. Thanks guys, see you later.